Finding mold hidden deep under your house in the dark is a uniquely sinking feeling for any homeowner. If you look at this cross-section of a typical home, you can see exactly what mold needs to thrive: darkness, poor ventilation, and moisture. Because crawl spaces are built directly over soil with very limited airflow, they naturally provide all three of these requirements simultaneously. Faced with an outbreak in this environment, you have to make a choice. Do you grab some bleach and tackle the cleanup yourself to save cash, or do you pay a premium for a professional service? Treating a crawlspace infestation like a standard household spill ignores the damp environment that sustains the growth. That error allows the mold to continue spreading through the structural components of your foundation. The home's HVAC system is the primary vulnerability during a localized mold outbreak. Physically disturbing mold colonies without proper professional containment easily launches millions of microscopic, dormant spores directly into the air. This diagram shows the path those spores take. They travel from the crawl space, through the ductwork, and blow out of the vents. Those airborne spores settle on furniture and carpets, creating an invisible layer of toxic dust throughout the home's primary living areas. Attempting to save a few dollars on an isolated cleanup often transforms a minor issue into a whole house contamination event. The standard DIY mold removal kit usually involves household bleach, a basic paper mask, and manual surface wiping. Wiping these surfaces without industrial containment protocols allows the agitated spores to be inhaled or spread into the floorboards above. Store-bought mold sprays also have chemical limitations. They are formulated to treat only the visible, topmost layer of the fungus. Killing visible mold ignores the underlying moisture source that allowed the infestation to start. In this scenario, the mold will regrow within months, quietly rotting the wooden structural beams in the dark. This creates a false economy regarding property maintenance, a small saving today that leads to a larger expense later. Relying on a DIY approach trades minor labor savings today for massive structural repair bills tomorrow. Professional remediation is built around engineered controls and contamination containment. It addresses the chemical, physical, and environmental variables of the crawlspace. Before any cleaning begins, crews establish strict physical containment zones, using heavy-duty plastic sheeting to seal the area. They achieve this through negative air pressure. This functions as a one-way vacuum trap, guaranteeing spores cannot escape the designated work area. This comparison matrix shows the equipment difference. On the left is the DIY approach, and on the right is the professional method. While DIY spray causes spores to spread, the right side shows HEPA vacuums capturing microscopic particles. A second major differentiator is root cause mitigation. The process identifies the mechanical or environmental failures that allowed the mold to grow. Teams use specialized moisture meters and infrared cameras to locate hidden leaks behind walls or in the soil. They also utilize dry fogging, which forces antimicrobial agents into the microscopic cracks and porous materials where mold hides. Finally, teams deploy industrial-grade dehumidifiers to drop the crawlspace humidity below the threshold where mold spores can activate. This is the only method that guarantees the mold is eradicated and the environment is no longer capable of supporting new growth. Determining the right path requires an objective way to categorize the scale of the mold. This decision tree relies on the 10 square foot rule. The DIY branch is strictly for areas under 10 square feet with fixed moisture sources, requiring full protective equipment. The professional branch is recommended for anything larger or mold in hard-to-reach corners. A persistent musty odor in the home is the ultimate red flag. It indicates a hidden infestation, even if you cannot see visible growth. These scenarios increase health risks, particularly for family members experiencing respiratory issues or allergic reactions. Once you cross the 10 square foot threshold, the problem becomes a hazardous material situation requiring an expert. Assessing the damage is about more than cleaning. It's about protecting your indoor air quality. For those in Georgia, contact Pure Home for a full professional assessment and remediation. They provide industrial containment, identify the root cause moisture issue, and repair any resulting structural damage. While DIY attempts can lead to recurring growth, a professional team can provide a definitive resolution in 1 to 3 days. When it comes to the foundation of your home, prioritize the health of your family